All right, let's talk Michigan Wolverines football. It's obviously been a good offseason for Michigan, even though they've lost Harbaugh and a lot of other key assistants. Coach Sherrone Moore has done an outstanding job rebuilding, reloading, retooling this football team, getting them headed in the right direction. And Michigan and Coach Moore aren't done making big moves. And this one may be the most surprising and probably a potential to have a massive impact. Let's get into the report. This is according to 24/7 Sports. Ohio State lost a, quote, tremendous recruiter when running backs coach Tony Alford defected to rival Michigan on Wednesday, according to national recruiting analyst Tom Loy. Alford served as the primary recruiter for J.K. Dobbins, obviously a great player, who ranks second on the Buckeyes' all-time rushing list, and Travion Henderson, the highest-rated back to commit to the program since 2006. He is a terrific recruiter and a great human being, Loy said Wednesday on the College Football Recruiting Show. He is a tremendous recruiter. He is all about relationships. He is a great ball coach. He hits the portal hard. He's doing it at the high school level. He was a big addition for Ohio State over the last couple of years. He's going to do a phenomenal job at Michigan. This is a really good hire. He's going to have that running back room cooking for the next couple of years. Look, obviously, anytime Ohio State gets weaker, it's good for Michigan. The fact that Michigan got stronger as well, that's a double whammy. Miles, I'm curious what your thoughts are involving this big time move for Michigan. But first, Wolverines fans, in the comment section below, as we're getting ready for the spring, pads are coming on. We're going to start seeing what this team is going to look like as we work our way through spring ball. Give us your breakout player, right? Obviously, there's a lot of change at the top, at the star positions, but give us one guy who thinks ready to break out and become the next great Michigan Wolverine, and put him in the comment section below. But Miles, give me your thoughts on this move and what it could mean for Michigan going forward.
Yeah, Nick, I think this is a great move for Michigan. I think that this is a huge loss for Ohio State, which once again is a great move for Michigan. Tony Alford, really fantastic coach, like they said, gone throughout the years, really developed a lot of really nice running backs, but he's also recruited very well. So I think coming into this year, it talks about how he attacks the transfer portal. He gets the veteran guys. He can really relate with them and bring in the recruits at the same right. He is coming to a new team in Michigan. So let's pretend like Michigan's running backs are almost like transfer portal-esque running backs to a guy like Alford. He comes in and can build relationships there with Michigan's current running back, Donovan Edwards. I think that is going to be a great fit for them. But also future running backs coming into this program are already starting to talk about Alford as well. And that's the class of 2025 recruit Jordan Marshall coming into this class, really talking very highly of Alford, saying he's so excited about playing with him, and is ready to get to the Wolverines, 2024 class running back coming in this season. So young guy already ready to play under a guy like Alford. I think this was a huge signing because once again, we've just talked about Sherrone Moore. There's so many ways he could go with building his staff and building this Michigan organization. He could try to do it all on his own, try to blaze his own path, or he could start to rely on get a group of people around him who really know their stuff, who are great at what they do, and that is what he has done. You hear running back by committee. We're talking about the running back. This is coaching by committee. He's got a great committee of coaches around him, and adding Alford to the list, I think is going to be a fantastic move for them going forward.
And one thing I really like about this move, and just in general, right, is the fact that Sherrone Moore, first-time head coach, obviously at the University of Michigan, right, he has obviously a legacy and a history with Michigan. Of course, the way he was the interim head coach the final few games of the regular season in 2023 gave him his own sort of legacy and lore in terms of Michigan Wolverines football. But look, he's not as much of a Michigan man as like Harbaugh was, right? To be honest, I mean, nothing against Moore, but Harbaugh was the sort of the quintessential Michigan Wolverine kind of Michigan man. So for Sherrone Moore, so early in his coaching career to make a move this gutsy in terms of bringing in a running backs coach from the Ohio State University, according to their fan base, and bring him into your program, that is a gutsy move. Not very many coaches, especially new head coaches at Michigan, would have even considered that move, right? Even if it would have been an upgrade. They would have been so concerned about the blowback, concerned about the rivalry. Would it have been worth it? Would there be concerns if they didn't pull it off, if he decided to turn them down and stay at Ohio State? How would it look? Yada, right? There'd be a lot of first-time head coaches to be like, I don't want to do that. Too risky. Don't want to, even if it's a great addition, don't want to risk it. I love the fact that Sherrone Moore is so confident. He's like, no, look, we're gonna bring in anybody. We're gonna bring in everybody. I don't care if he's already a coach at Ohio State. We're gonna bring him anyway, right? Because we're gonna get better. I don't care where you are, where you're from. I don't care about the blowback. I don't care about the rivalry. I don't care about anything other than winning football games to Michigan at the highest level, going back to a national title. And I'm gonna do whatever it takes, right? And guess what? Because of the move like this, we're going to beat Ohio State again. And I don't care about the past few years. I'm focused on 2024. That's the message that Sherrone Moore is sending right now. And I love that from a first-time head coach. A lot of these first-time head coaches, when they go to these big programs, right, even though Moore obviously was the OC last year, they're so timid. They're so scared of really upsetting the boosters or upsetting the athletic department or, making sure they don't upset the apple cart because if they inherited a good program. Sherrone Moore's like, no, look, we're going to come in here and we're going to change some things. We know what's worked in the past. We're not going to upset things that have worked, but we're going to do things my way. We're going to do things a little bit differently than maybe Harbaugh would have done it, but it's all about one thing and winning football games going forward for Michigan. And I think having that mentality is critical for Coach Moore. He's going to be his own man, his own leader. He's not going to be a clone of Harbaugh. He's his own guy. And I think that level of authenticity, along with his gutsiness, gives Michigan a great chance of sustained success in the future, even though Coach Harbaugh has moved on.